Hello, Brooklyn College. This is Senator Chuck Schumer, and it's my honor to address the faculty and staff, the families and friends of the graduates, but most of all, you, the class of 2021. Congratulations. Now, I'm really sorry I can't join you in person, as I do almost every year, but I'm grateful that modern technology allows us to still be connected on this graduation day. You are special, and I wouldn't want to miss congratulating you, COVID or not. First, a quick word to the parents. As a parent myself, I know how hard it is to raise kids these days and how much you've invested in them. But it all pays off as you watch your son or daughter receive their diploma and become an adult before your very eyes. Let's have a virtual round of applause to the moms and dads. Everyone says your senior year in college will be the most memorable. And for many of you, it probably has been, but certainly not in the way you expected. With COVID affecting our nation's health, our nation's economy, and your senior year, these have been unusual and difficult times. The challenge of these moments are truly unique, but so has been our collective response. The fact that we're still celebrating this graduation and not letting COVID stand in the way, even if we're celebrating differently, just goes to show that New Yorkers won't let anything stop us from honoring what's so important in life. And nothing can take away from the fact that you've earned a degree from such a fine institution of higher learning. We have a long way to go, but for the first time in more than a year, we can start to think about what it'll be like to return to normal. We're beginning to see light at the end of the tunnel, thanks to safe and highly effective vaccines. It's nothing short of a medical miracle, and I'm proud to have helped lead the way in Congress by prioritizing vaccine research, production, and most of all, distribution, so that everyone who wants a vaccine can now get one. And as Senate Majority Leader, the first ever from New York, I worked hard to pass the American Rescue Plan, which is putting money in the pockets of people and small businesses who have been hurt by this crisis, and helping our society recover in so many different ways. Now, I'm pushing President Biden to forgive $50,000 in student loans, a crushing burden for millions of recent graduates around the nation. With a flick of a pen, he could wipe this debt clean and create a brighter future for so many people, including many of you. So, class of 2021, my message to you is simple. Right now, it may feel like the future is uncertain. Many of you may not be sure what you're going to do next, but what has been true throughout history is just as true today. That even in times of difficulty, there are always new opportunities, new ways of thinking, of doing things a better way. It's natural to fear the unknown, and I'm sure many of you do right now. But don't let the harshness of this past year prevent you from seizing new opportunities. They're out there, you just have to keep your eyes open to them. And don't forget, you have incredible assets, a college degree from a great institution, and loving families who will have your back through thick and thin. Our nation is overcoming this pandemic, and we need your help and your courage to rebuild our country even stronger than it was before. This past year has revealed the injustices and prejudices that persist in our society, and we can't just go back to the way things used to be. We must make our society better, and we know we will, because you are our future leaders and we have faith in you. So once again, I say to the class of 2021 Brooklyn College, congratulations, good luck, and Godspeed.
Good afternoon, class of 2021. It is an honor to be here with you to celebrate the accumulation of your hard work today at the Brooklyn College virtual graduation ceremony. As the Assembly member representing Flatbush, East Flatbush, Midwood, and Ditmas Park, and as the first woman to lead a Brooklyn party in New York City, nothing brings me more joy than witnessing the next generation of leaders succeed against hardship to achieve their goals. Many of you have overcome structural inequities and adversities which were compounded by the COVID-19 pandemic and the challenges it brought forth. But you all put in a lot of hard work and effort, and because of your determination, you are going to receive your diploma today. Before we begin, I want to acknowledge President Michelle Anderson. President Anderson has shown a record of extraordinary academic leadership, a strong commitment to the student and the campus-wide community, an exemplary record of public service. I also want to acknowledge all the professors at Brooklyn College and your loved ones who are here in the audience. Parents are the first teachers we have in life. And many of our graduates who also receive support from extended family and friends. The role of involved loved ones in academic success deserves recognition. And when our teachers strive for academic excellence, our students excel. And that is certainly the case at Brooklyn College. This year, nearly 4,700 graduates make up the Brooklyn College class of 2021, including nearly 3,500 are receiving their bachelor's degree, nearly 1,200 are receiving their master's degree, 59 students are receiving the advanced certificates, 229 are Brooklyn College employees, 16 veterans and service members, and all of which representing 115 countries from around the world and speak 77 languages. Very diverse. Let us not forget there are more than 160,000 proud living Brooklyn College alumni. Today, I quickly want to tell you a story about my mom who came here from Haiti in 1970s and 30s with 3 children in tow. Although she didn't have a college degree and had an ordinary lifestyle, she taught me some of the most important lessons I know, which made her extraordinary. She started off as a seamstress, worked in the textiles, and then worked as a room attendant at a hotel and was a union fighter and a delegate for 30 years with the Hotel Trade Council. She was the Harriet Tubman of our family, and in the community, she helped generations of immigrants with micro-lending and assisting them with getting their first jobs, their first homes, their first start at life. When we laid her to rest a few weeks ago, her service was attended by hundreds from the mayors and members of Congress, clergy members, community members, many of the immigrants that she worked with and prayed for. Because my mom was so generous with her time, money, and advice, she helped others whenever she could. She gave back to her community and served on many missions, helping women and children. As a community, we don't often glamorize workers like my mom. But what I want to impart on you is the ideal she lived by. No matter how educated you become, continue to live your life in a way that you are pulling the people around you up to. And as college educated individuals, you are now in a great position to do that. By building relationships with community, you will foster a deeper sense of belonging. Look at me. I have 5 degrees, both in master's and bachelor's in mathematics, engineering, and business, and now a law student. Learning never ends, and my commitment to my community will never end. That's the biggest thing my mother taught me. This is your time. I believe that you have the power to make our streets, our community, and the world better. Congratulations again, class of 2021, on your graduation. This is Assemblymember Rodnice Bichard Hermlin. Thank you.
Jemani Williams, your public advocate and Brooklyn College class of 2001 and 2005. I want to offer my heartfelt and enthusiastic congratulations to the class of 2021. This success comes after your hard work, your sacrifice, your ability to overcome challenges of the last year and throughout your education. And you've earned a moment of celebration at this milestone. You faced all of the challenges that many other graduates have taken on, and new ones we hadn't previously imagined. Congratulations. Many may know that I spent 11 years as a student at Brooklyn College, and 10 more representing it in the City Council. It is truly a special place to be, to me and to so many who have had the honor of attending. It's where I won and lost my first elections. It's where I staged my first protests. It's where I learned how to take what I had and do what I could to do the most good for the most people. It's where I represented in the City Council. It's where I spent many of the most formative years of my life. I wish we could all be there in person today. but I know the same spirit is connecting us virtually even while we're apart. And we don't have to be in the same room to come together and drive progress and change. For some of you, reaching this milestone and this moment may prove some people wrong, as I know it did for me. But I want to focus on the people who helped you get here, who supported and empowered you to achieve, and to take a collective moment to offer them gratitude for always being there, for being a part of your success. I know that this year, commencement looks a little different, that the celebrations are more personal and individual as we continue to practice safe social distancing. But what stands the same is the level of achievement and accomplishment you've all reached, especially under extremely trying circumstances. What stands the same is all the work you go on to do from here. And we may all be physically apart, but maybe now more than ever, we must stand together and support one another in our goals, shared and individual. Your education can empower you to change the world. And the best way to create change is often to begin with your world, with the issues and places closest to you and your community. Transformational change that shakes a city starts on one block. We've seen that in the movement for social justice over the last year as people, largely young people, raise their voices to demand and to create that change. We have gotten some accountability, but the movement continues for true justice. We need your experiences, your voices, your efforts to create the truly transformational change we all need. I want to offer you a piece of advice that you rarely see on any motivational posters or banners. That is, at some point, you will fail. And you may fail miserably, probably will, and multiple times. What's important is what you do in the wake of that failure, how you come out of it to grow, and what you'll go on to do next. How we come out of this pandemic is still an open question. Whether we can go beyond returning to normal and instead move forward a truly renewed New York. You're all a part of answering that question. While graduation is the end of one chapter, it's the beginning of all that's to come. We all know that last year is going to be in the history books, and it's up to you to write what's next. You're not the leaders of tomorrow, you are the leaders of today, and we're gonna need you. As we honor you, the graduates, and all you've done, I'm sure I'm not alone in looking ahead to all you'll accomplish in the future. By the end of this ceremony, you won't be Brooklyn College students, you'll be alumni. And speaking as a fellow alumnus, I'm very much looking forward to all the progress we can create together. Peace.
Hi, I'm Councilmember Farrah Lewis, representing Council District 45, which includes the beautiful campus of Brooklyn College. I hope that you and your families are in good health and safe. I want to take this time to address the class of 2021 on a reimagined version of Commencement Day, an occasion that many of you worked rigorously for. I commend you all for your hard work, your diligence, and your perseverance. You have made tremendous strides and sacrifices to make this day a reality, enduring a global pandemic, meeting deadlines for tons of assignments, and sleepless nights just to pursue your education, all while maintaining work-life balance is definitely no easy feat, but you did it. Whether you're the first in your family to graduate from college or completing your coursework several years later, you are definitely living proof that anything is possible. Although your stories and struggles may differ, together you persisted. Together you crossed that finish line as graduates eager to make a difference in the world. I am so proud of all of you. On behalf of Council District 45, I applaud you all for never giving up despite all that's happening and inspiring others to dream, to achieve, and to exceed all expectations. I would also like to thank parents, extended families, and friends for their unconditional love and support to our Brooklyn College students. Thank you, President Anderson, for your leadership, as well as the entire faculty and staff for your pivotal role in creating a safe environment for students of all ages and abilities so that they can learn and excel. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Greetings, saludos to everyone, and thank you, President Anderson, for including me in this most meaningful tradition. Is Brooklyn in the house? On behalf of the entire CUNY community, I am thrilled to extend my enthusiastic congratulations to a very special graduating class, the resilient, persevering, and magnificent Brooklyn College class of 2021. Let me begin with an acknowledgement and a salute. When you arrive at this university to begin your first class, you could not have imagined the events that would reshape our world and reconfigure your college journey for these last 2 academic years. I know this isn't the graduation ceremony that any of us could have imagined, perhaps even when we started the academic year back in August. But even without a procession in caps and gowns, nothing can diminish the importance of this occasion. It is not possible to understate the scale of your accomplishment and the admiration I have for all of you. I am so proud and honored to salute the class of 2021 and to express my appreciation for the faculty, staff, and families who play such a pivotal role in helping each student reach the finish line. Commencement season, I've said it before, it's my favorite time of the year. Like all of you, I long to be able to celebrate the occasion in person, to look out from the days and see a lengthy horizon of smiles and hear a resounding chorus of cheers and have high fives and see families together. We have needed to tweak these traditions, but make no mistake, that does not make this modified commemoration any less memorable. For more than a year now, you confronted a relentless confluence of circumstances and challenges for which none of us could have adequately prepared. From the arrival of the coronavirus and its subsequent surges, to the transition to distance learning and virtual events, and the anxiety of an economic downturn, a consequential presidential election last fall, and a renewed nationwide push for racial and social justice, you conducted yourselves fittingly, admirably, and with great purpose. For many of us, the crisis has been accompanied by personal loss. On behalf of the university, I want to offer sincere condolences to all who are grieving. And still, through all that we've been through, the sacrifices that we needed to make to protect our safety so we could begin to recover and to get to where we are today, you never stop pursuing your goals and your dreams. I hope you're able to look back and feel an incredible sense of pride, as well as a degree of optimism for the way you responded and helped your community heal. Class of 2021, I am humbled by your selflessness, by your kindness to each other. The education that you fought so hard to attain will enable you to flourish as you stepped into a world that has changed since you first arrived. But make no mistake, you are stronger for what you endure and you're ready to leave your mark in the world. We will never forget your courage and resilience. I hope you never forget CUNY, because we will always be here for you. Congratulations to you and to your families and to the entire campus community. This is your day to celebrate. You did it. All good wishes to you moving on forward, and the best of luck. Suerte y éxito.